The story of Laban. In the ancient land of Haran, there lived a man named Laban. He was the son of Bethuel and the brother of Rebekah, who had married Isaac and moved to a distant land. Laban was a shrewd and prosperous man, known for his large household and flocks. One day, a young man named Jacob arrived in Haran. Jacob was fleeing from his brother Esau, who was furious with him for taking his birthright and blessing. Jacob sought refuge with his uncle Laban. As he approached the well outside the town, he saw a beautiful young woman named Rachel, who was tending her father's sheep. Jacob immediately fell in love with her. Rachel brought Jacob to her father, Laban, who welcomed him warmly. Jacob stayed with Laban and worked for him. After a month, Laban asked Jacob what wages he desired. Jacob, deeply in love with Rachel, offered to work for 7 years in exchange for her hand in marriage. Laban agreed, and Jacob served him faithfully for 7 years, which seemed like only a few days because of his love for Rachel. When the time came for the wedding, Laban prepared a great feast. However, on the wedding night, Laban deceived Jacob by giving him his elder daughter, Leah, instead of Rachel. Jacob did not realize the switch until the next morning. Furious, he confronted Laban, who explained that it was not their custom to marry off the younger daughter before the elder. Laban then offered Rachel to Jacob as well, on the condition that he work another 7 years. Jacob agreed, and after a week he married Rachel too. Though he loved Rachel more, he fulfilled his commitment and worked another 7 years for Laban. During this time, Jacob's family grew, and he had many children with Leah, Rachel, and their maidservants, Bilhah and Zilpah. As the years passed, Jacob asked Laban to allow him to return to his homeland. They agreed that Jacob would take as his wages all the speckled and spotted livestock. Through clever breeding practices, Jacob's flocks increased, and he became very wealthy. This caused jealousy and tension between Jacob and Laban's sons. One day, God instructed Jacob to return to his homeland. Jacob gathered his family and possessions and left secretly. When Laban discovered their departure, he pursued them. However, God warned Laban in a dream not to harm Jacob. When Laban caught up with Jacob, they had a tense confrontation, but eventually they made a covenant at Mizpah, agreeing to part ways peacefully. Jacob continued his journey, blessed by God, while Laban returned to his home in Haran. The story of Laban and Jacob is a tale of family, deception, and divine providence, showing how God's plans unfold even through human schemes. Please like, share, and subscribe to support the channel.